Hello everyone, all you wonderful people. Today I'm gonna be creating a little game with only HTML and CSS. So, we have a UFO and we have to catch it. Every time when I hover over it, it's gonna say you caught me. There we go. Alright. So yeah, let's get right into this. Okay, so I'm gonna get started. First we are going to declare the doc type and the language will be English and create a head section. Basically the same thing as always at the beginning. There we go. I'm gonna name this the CSS UFO game. CSS catch UFO game. Okay, and I'm gonna link my style sheet to my HTML document. Alright, I'm gonna create the body element and then I'm gonna need a div with the class UFO. Then inside of this div I'm gonna need another one, cockpit, and next to this one another one with the class of base, and then I'm gonna need a third one, lights wrapper, and then I'm gonna put 5 more div elements inside of this. So lights L1, there we go. Lights L2. I'm gonna copy this line. There we go. I pasted it 3 times because these numbers were the only things I had to change. Alright, then I'm gonna get out of one of these div elements and say or create the paragraph. You caught me. Alright, that's all the HTML that we are going to need. Now let's get to the CSS and we are gonna start styling this one. So, let's take the body element. Background color is gonna be black. Then we are gonna declare some variables. Cockpit 0.6 rem, 0.1 rem, RGB 255 255 255. Then a comma and 0.3 rem. There we go. Another RGB value. There we go. And 0.3 rem, 1 rem, hashtag 0ff. Alright. Then let's create C1. There we go. Oh, there we go. Alright. Then a comma, 0.3, 0.6. There we go, and alright, that was basically identical to the last one. Then we'll create C2. By the way, I don't have C1 here. There we go. Alright. These are actually gonna be identical to one another pretty much. Which means Then I'm just gonna copy this C2 and paste, C3 and paste. Okay, now I'm gonna go through these just to make sure I got everything correctly. So 0, 0, 0.3 RAM, 0.4. Yep, this line is correct. 0003 RAM, 06 RAM. And this color will be different. 247, 65, 223, and 001 RAM, 0.6 RAM. And then we're gonna make an RGB color, 248, 144, 239. Okay. Then I'm gonna check this one, 0003, 04. Yep. There we go. Okay, I gotta change the value of the RGB color. There we go. Then 001 RAM, 0.6. And once again, I gotta create an RGB, 243, 248, 170. Alright, so that's it for that. Now we got our variables. Let's scroll a little bit down and take the div element with the class of the UFO. Size will be 20 viewport heights. Height will be the variable. Size. Width. Calculate. Size. And var over there. Alright. This needs to be multiplied by 2. There we go. The display is gonna be a grid. Place items, center, align content, center, and position will be relative. There we go. Then we are gonna take the cockpit. So cockpit, and then position absolute. Width will be 30%. Height will be 20%. And the background color will be white. Alright. Then the border radius 50%, 50%, 0, 0, divided by 100%, 100%, 0, 0. Alright, so we get a half of a circle. Or actually it's more like 1/3 of a circle, but yeah. Then we'll say bottom 50% and box shadow variable cockpit. Alright, there we go. Alright, after that I'm gonna take the base class. The width will be 100%, height will be 50%, border radius is gonna be 33%, 0 and 0 divided by 100%, 100% and 0 and 0. The positioning will be absolute, top will be 50%, display grid, the grid gap is gonna be we gotta use the variable of size divided by 15. There we go. And then background is gonna be a linear gradient. So 180 degrees. There we go. Alright. It's starting to look like something. Okay, wonderful. So yeah, there's the linear gradient. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the clip path. So clip path ellipse 100%, 60% at 50%, 0%. There we go. Alright. Then I'm gonna take the next class, and that is the lights wrapper. The width will be calculated. It's gonna be a variable of size and multiplied by 1.5. The positioning will be absolute. Display grid template columns will be repeat 5 and 1 FR. Place items center and top 50%. There we go. Then I'm gonna take the lights class. The width is gonna be 0.1 rem. Same goes for the height, and border radius will be 50%. Let's add a little bit of margin top. Let's use the variable and divide this by 8. Okay, and then box shadow variable C1. There we go. Alright. After the lights class, I am going to go ahead and I misspelled lights. Alright, I was wondering why are they not showing up. Alright, there we go. Seems like I cannot write today. Anyways, let's declare the first animation. Keyframes blink 0%. Take the transform. Use the variable C1. Then at 50%. Actually, nope. We're gonna use the box shadow. Alright. At 50%, the box shadow will be variable and C2, and then 100% box shadow variable C3. There we go. Alright, then I'm gonna select the L1, L3, L5 classes and animation blink 2 second steps to infinite. There we go. And then I'm gonna take L2. Okay, the lights are now blinking. Alright, L2 and the class L4 animation will be blink 2 seconds steps 1 and infinite. There we go. Then let's create a fly animation. So 0%, left is gonna be 0, top is gonna be 0, and the transform will be scaled at 0.5. Let's take the same properties, actually no, let's take the 25% and make the left position to be 20%. Alright. And after that, I'm gonna select 50%. Left will be 60%. And transform scale 0.3. 75%. Left will be 20%. Top will be 0. And transform will be scale 1. Alright. And then we're gonna take 100%, left 0%, right over here, top 0, and the transform scale 0.5. There we go. Then let's go and get the UFO class once again. Margin, auto, animation, fly, 6 seconds, ease, in, out, infinite. So yeah, there we go, we got the flying animation going on right now. And the position is gonna be absolute. There we go. Then I'm gonna take the UFO and the after pseudo class. Content, empty string, height will be 18 rem. Width will be 1/3 of that. Then box shadow is gonna be the variable cockpit. Look at that. Alright. Then background color will be white. Or it's actually glowing. The Z index will be 1, so it's gonna get over that element. You can clearly see the difference. Look at it now, and take a look at it right now. Alright, let's position this absolutely, and the top will be 80%, and then use the clip path. Polygon 30% and 0, 70% and 0, 100% and 100% and 0 and 100%. Filter, opacity 0.9 and display none. There we go. So we'll display that when we hover over the element. Alright. Let's take UFO and the before pseudo class. Content, empty string, height is gonna be the same, but the width is gonna be 2 rem. Background color will be white once again, and the box shadow will use the variable cockpit. The Z index will be 0. Position absolute. Top 80%. Filter opacity 0.9. Transition 1 second. And display none. Alright. Then let's go ahead and take the tag wrap. So filter, crop, shadow, variable C1. Then the tag background is gonna be FB8 C00. That's a kind of an orange color. Let me actually make that 50%. There we go. Okay, then I'm gonna take RGB 236, 236, 236, padding 2, 3, 2, 4, and clip path polygon 30 pixels 0%, 100 and 0, 100 and 100, 30 pixels 100 and 0 and 50%. There we go. Then let's make a new animation. Keyframes, I don't know, tractor. So at 0%, the height will be 0, and at 100%, height will be 18 em. There we go. Then I'm gonna take the UFO, hover, after, and UFO, hover, before. Okay. The animation is gonna be tractor, 1 second, ease out. And we'll say this as the important one. Alright. This is gonna be a block level element. Transition is gonna be 1 second. Then I'm gonna take the UFO hover pseudo class. Animation play state will be paused, cursor none. Then I'm gonna make another animation, keyframes blink 2, from filter opacity 0 to filter opacity 100. There we go. And then I'm gonna style the paragraph. So P color will be yellow. I'm gonna select an HSL value. Let's use that yellow. Alright. Then font size, let's say 5 em. Position will be absolute. Top will be 6 em. Width 7 em. Display none. Text align, center, and transition is gonna be 3 seconds. Okay, one more thing to do. UFO hover P. Display as a block level element, Z index. Let's put it to be 12 for example. And animation is gonna be blink 2, 1 second is infinite. Alright, and that is gonna be it for this one. So yeah, we wrote a lot of CSS code. Okay, it's working. I'm gonna open it over here. Okay, let's catch the UFO. You caught me. Let's let it free. Let's catch him again. You caught me. Oh yeah. We got him again. Okay, this is kind of a fun project. Anyways, I hope you were able to learn something new from this and get some more idea of just how flexible CSS can be. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope that you were able to learn something new. And overall, I'm gonna wish you happy learning and see you later. So yeah, have a wonderful day everyone, and bye bye.